this is a tour of the Chuck E. Cheese in Huntington Beach, California. And you guys may be questioning what Chuck E. Cheese this is and if it actually is in Huntington Beach, but it in fact is, because the other store shut down the oldest Chuck E. Cheese. So this Chuck E. Cheese is a brand new store and it's a relocated one, but it is the Huntington Beach Chuck E. Cheese and it is a 2.0 remodel. So that means no animatronics like the other Huntington Beach store. They are completely gone, and now it is a standard 2.0 remodel in a new separate building. So it's really interesting, just pretty standard, but we're still gonna take a tour. It's actually a very, very large store. It is bigger than the other one, which is nuts, because the other one was pretty huge. So here they have all of the posters. So they have the Mr. Munch and the Helen, and then here's their ginormous screen with Blippi on it right now. So they have the jumbo screen, no animatronics, no nothing. It is a very sad and generic 2.0, but that is okay. Then here is the Chuck E. Cheese, and they have the Pasquale one and they have the Jasper one. So that is really awesome. And then here on the wall over here is a party, and then there is their ticket blaster. So the ticket blaster is over here, and then the front counter is over there. So you have the prize area in the front counter and the Pepsi machine and the pickup tray area. So if you guys have been to the Escondido, California location, it's very similar. So I like to point out like what locations look like what, but the Escondido one down south of here, it reminds me a lot of this one, the new Huntington Beach one. And then here they have their dance floor, and this is what it looks like here at the brand new store in Huntington Beach. So it's a standard one with the Chucky heads on it. So that's pretty cool. It's on the floor. But yeah, here's their, I guess, showroom, but I don't think this was ever a Chuck E. Cheese before. It's brand new, so there's no form of a former showroom. I know that they had, I think, a balcony stage at the old Huntington Beach store in their showroom. So it's just very, very sad that that store had to go, and that I would have rather seen the 2.0 remodel there, honestly. Like, if they take away the stage there and just have the store existing still, I wouldn't even mind. And that's very, very crazy for me to say if I like the remodel better. But the only reason is that that store is completely gone now. So I think that is worse than having a 2.0 remodel, honestly. But yeah, here's a party area, and then there's a bunch of games here. Like I said, it's a very, very large store. So they have so many rides. I don't think I've ever seen this many at a store. This is absolutely crazy. Really, really large Chuck E. Cheese. So there's all sort of rides here, which is really, really cool. So there's the Alien one, there's the Chucky one right there. And there's a bunch of games. So they have this Bug Cruncher game that I've seen pretty much all over the place. I don't usually like talking about the games that much, but I do want to show it because they have a very large game room here. And here's a Duo Drive, pretty standard. So yeah, they have a lot of standard games. Here's a circus toss game. And there's a football game, the Cheeky Monkey football. And then this store actually has the Ninja obstacle course and the trampolines, which is really cool. So usually you don't see both. It's either one or another, but they have both here. So yeah, I don't know why the other store is closed. Like, they could have easily fit this in there too. But I guess it's just a relocation based on, I don't know what happened to the site, but like I said, very, very sad and unfortunate that we had to lose the oldest Chuck E. Cheese in the world, literally down the street too. It's so sad. But yeah, they have some cool games here that you usually don't see. So there's a circus drop, and then here's a parkour motor 2. That's a very, very rare game for a Chuck E. Cheese. So that is insane that they have that. And there's a Connect 4 Hoops, pretty standard stuff here, like I said, exit and everything. And they have a snowcross too. It's a double player snowcross, and then they have this game too. It's a Sky Rider. So they have a lot of like interactive games at this store. This is pretty cool. It's not just ticket games. There are some really unique things to be able to play at this Chuck E. Cheese. So that's awesome. Here's the Spin-O-Rama game. It's get the balls in the cups, which is very, very awesome. And here's a very rare game. And I believe that they actually took this from the other Huntington Beach Chuck E. Cheese. I might have to go back on my tours. So like I said, if you guys have not seen my other tours, I have a lot of the Huntington Beach store, the old store. And that store has a lot of rare games that they might have moved here. I'm pretty sure this game was there. If you guys go rewatch the tour, I'm definitely gonna have to look back at it. But I am almost confident that they just moved games to this new store in Huntington Beach. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this game was from there too, the Jumpin' Fantasy. And as you can see, look at this. They have an Adventure Chuck right there. That is very rare. So they definitely took this from the other store. So I think that's awesome that they still have some remnants of it. There's a piano keys right here, and then there's a monster drop, double monster drop, which is very, very cool. Again, these are older games, so there's a Let's Go Jungle, and most likely it came from the other Huntington Beach closed Chuck E. Cheese. So that is just so awesome. Definitely gonna have to look and see if there's any more from that store. And then they have the Treasure Quest wheel. It's a pretty standard one. It's really fun, spin the wheel. They have a Slam winner too. I think they took this as well. So that is crazy. So many games that got moved from the other one. It's not just all new stuff. There's a really cool FGTV Out of Time game as well. And then there's the Paw Patrol and the Hoop It Up game right there. And this is a really fun interactive one. The Carnival Cups one. This one's really, really cool. So you have to find the ball in it. And then there is a H2 Overdrive, really cool. And then the same thing with the 2.0 remodel. They have the TVs up there and everything. And then they have a Space Raider here. That's really awesome for a Chuck E. Cheese. And that's a very high jackpot. 700 tickets for Chuck E. Cheese. That's insane. That's actually really good. And then here's a Big Bass wheel right here. It's a standard one. I'm trying to see if there's any artwork or anything that came from the other Chuck E. Cheese, but I'm pretty sure there is an Avenger Chuck on one of those. So I'm definitely gonna have to look. You guys might have to spot it out too if I miss any. But it's just really cool seeing these games at this store now. Here's the Full Tilt game, and here's their Deal or No Deal. So this one's old too, but I don't know if it came from the other one or not, but it is really hard to tell. They most likely moved it. There's a Fruit Ninja right there. That's another fun one, but look at how many tickets that someone won on it, and it's out of service. That's pretty funny. And here is their Red Hot. Check this out. Like I said, there's another form of a Chuck that most likely came from the other oldest Chuck E. Cheese in Huntington Beach. So that is awesome. These are the oldest Chuck E. Cheese games from the oldest Chuck E. Cheese store. So that is really awesome to see. Here's a black hole. And here's the Aliens Extermination. There's more TVs for the 2.0. Very, very standard and generic. Here's a Lumberjack game. And here is the Terminator Salvation. Here is a Robin Hood game, which again, I'm pretty sure came from over there. This is an older game. So most likely came from across the street, the other Huntington Beach store. Here's a Maintenance game. And here is the Jurassic World game. There's a Gumdrop right here. And then here is a very cool firefighter game. That's awesome. And here is a Frogger. And right here is the Monopoly Roll and Go. This one's like a small one. That's very interesting. And here's the Ice Age game. That's another very rare one. And then look, this Chuck E. Cheese actually finally got the claw machine. This is really cool. They're actually putting these in almost every store, but it's a Chuck E. Cheese tested exclusive claw machine, which is really cool. It's actually massive, like it's huge, but they only put one Chuck plush in there, which is kind of funny. But yeah, they put the artwork on it. It looks very awesome with the Chucky right there. They got the logo on it. They got the Skull and Jasper. It's a really cool crane for a Chuck E. Cheese. You can go all around it, so that is really cool to see the artwork on this. That is really, really cool. So yeah, all sides have all the artwork, and you can win some huge Chuck plush. And here's the Crazy Tower game. And they have this game too, the Dig 2 Drop, but it's not working right now, unfortunately. I really want to try it out. And then here's Space Invaders, and check this out. You can play it, and it looks like the score is already maxed out, and I'm pretty sure this also came from the Huntington Beach, the older store, so they, again, another game gets moved. And then here is Jelly Lab. It is not working right now. And then here's the Sonic Blast Ball. And then they have a Hungry Chickens too. There's a Halo, and then there is a Quick Drop right there. There's a Choppy Wood right there. And there's a Rock and Rollin' for Gold and a Pink Panther. And oh yeah, check this out. This is a very, very awesome one. The very rare Avenger Chuck Big Win Super Spin. This 100% came from Huntington Beach. There's no doubt about it. The old Huntington Beach. There's no way that it could have came from anywhere else. So that is super cool to see that. Yeah, there's a Choppy Wood. There is an Air Slide right there. And then here's a Tippet Blocks, another older game. And it is 20 tickets. And then there's some more artwork and tables and stuff. Avengers Pusher, Seawolf, another rare game. Most likely came from over there. But yeah, here's more of the tables and the artwork and stuff for the 2.0 remodel here. Very, very large store. We're not even done yet. This is absolutely insane. It's one of the largest arcades I've seen at a Chuck E. Cheese. Here's a basketball pro. That's a pretty rare one for the store. Need for Speed game. They have Super Bikes, another older game. Check this out, guys. Another older game that most likely came from over there. This is very rare at a Chuck E. Cheese store. That is awesome that they have that. And here's another one. More Avenger Chuck. I am so glad that they kept these games. It's so awesome that they paid respect to it. They didn't get rid of everything. So that is really awesome. And here's a Fishbowl Frenzy right there. And here's another game, Water Blast, the very rare water race game. That's a very, very old one, classic one. And then here's a Milk Jug Toss, a 2-minute draw. And then this is one of the only stores that I've seen with an ice ball. So I don't know what happened to their alley roller. They got rid of it. But this is like super rare. You never see ice ball at Chuck E. Cheese. And here's their NBA hoops that most likely came from the other Huntington Beach store. And then they also have a hop and stack, and they also have a black hole. So that is basically it. And that concludes the very, very long tour of the new Huntington Beach Chuck E. Cheese, which is honestly larger than the old Huntington Beach Chuck E. Cheese. So make sure you guys check it out. I know it's a 2.0 remodel, but at least they tried, and the best thing ever is that they kept some of the old games and they moved it over here. But still, I am very, very devastated to confirm and tell you guys that the oldest Chuck E. Cheese in the world is gone. So that building is completely gone. And the next oldest store is in Covina, California, which is in the same area. So I will be there. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video of the newest, oldest Chuck E. Cheese. That makes sense. The newest store of the oldest Chuck E. Cheese. So yeah, still very, very devastating. And hopefully you guys visited that store, the Huntington Beach one, before it shut down. Very, very classic and very, very old school Chuck E. Cheese from the 70s. And now it is completely gone. So that's basically it. This is the new Chuck E. Cheese. Keep that in mind. New Chuck E. Cheese here in Huntington Beach. Go check out all my other tours down below, and we'll be off to the next arcade in the next video. And I'll see you guys there.